Okay. Looks like we're back. A little twofer tonight. This one won't be as long of a stream as the first one, though. I'm just going to do the departure and the climb out. One of my new subscribers in Discord, guys, wanted to see some MD-11 ops, so we're going to do it. We're going to be flying with my friend Richard, who's next to us in the A300. You see him over there. He'll be flying back to Ontario with us. So we're all set up and programmed up, so let's briefly go over the flight plan, call the ATIS, and get ready to go. So we're leaving out of Denver, which we flew into earlier in a 757, and we're going to be heading back to Ontario via the Baylor 6 departure and the Jackie 2 arrival. For the Baylor 6 departure, because we're planning on using runway 8. Hey, what's up, Patrick? We're planning on runway 8, so the instructions here are we're going to climb on heading 083 to 5,934 feet, then straight out 083, or as assigned by ATC, and expect vectors to cross Waker at or above 11,000. So that's our departure brief. Looking at the flight plan today, cost index 150. We got 54,000 pounds of fuel on board. Cargo weight 164,500 pounds. V1 148, V2 162, and I'm sorry, correction, VR is 162 and V2 is 166, which gives us a climb out speed of 176. We're using flex takeoff of 52 degrees Celsius, which would give us an N1 of 104.4. We're all set up and ready to go here. So what I'm going to do now is get the ATIS real quick, and then we're going to get ready to run. All right, let's call it.
Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Notices to air mission. Bird activity vicinity airport. HDX system in use. Have mode C transponder on and squawking assigned code in movement areas and before calling for pushback. Contact appropriate ramp control for pushback. Advise on initial contact.
Thank you, Nanny Ray.
Information X-ray.
X-ray. Information X-ray. Let's hear it again.
Denver International Airport departure information X-ray 0353 Zulu. Web 1508 gusts 19er. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 18. 2.7. Altimeter 3022. Departing runway 8. Runway 17 left. Runway 25. Aircraft must read back assigned heading or first waypoint with takeoff clearance. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Notices to air.
Okay, so information X-ray. The wind 1508 gusting 19, so that's a pretty decent crosswind for takeoff. We're expecting runway 8, but we'll see what the controller gives us if it changes. The temperature has dropped a bit. We're down to 118 degrees, and then I think when I set this up, it was for 22 degrees. So let's change that to 18. All right, let me recalculate our takeoff speeds based on that. So that is a little bit different than what we had planned for. So 147, 159, 164. Okay. Takeoff N1 remains at 104.4. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So let me check with my friend Richard in the A300 next door and see how he's doing. Or better yet, let's do this. I got a better idea. Let's do our before start checklist. Alright, status page. Set the engine. APU. We are going to... starting the APU. Doors and windows are closed. Oxide pump 1 on. Alright, and we are waiting for the APU power to come back on. Let's go ahead and get tuned into the
280 knots, and then to maintain 280 knots until you're slowed by the star.
Roger, thanks. Delta 4991.
As is in most cases, the chart will tell ya. American 577, fly heading 260, just going to maintain 8,000. Alright, 8,000 feet at 260 on the heading, confirm, American 577. If you got it, a left turn heading 260 down to 8,000.
just waiting on the APU to settle up so we get
577.
there you go. We'll turn this radio down a little bit. We don't need to hear that all the way. Okay, APU power available. So let's go APU power on, external power off. Parking brake is set. Roll chocks and ground power is removed. Beacon light. It's been a while since I've flown this thing. Beacon light is on. APU bleed on. Engine ignition is going to be A. Push and start clearance. Waiting on Richard next door. Because we have to call this controller for push and start clearance. Just wait on Richard, guys. In the meantime, while we're getting ready, does anybody have any questions for me before we start? Now's the time to ask, because I'm going to get busy here pretty quick. What are your MD-11 questions?
Guide you ahead of you is 135 miles. Hello, Denver. There's Delta 25 information.
Okay, that's good. So, obviously, the cockpit preparation for this thing is pretty extensive, right? This overhead panel's got a lot of stuff to do. So I've already aligned the IRSs. I've already done all like my fire handle checks and all that like this. I did my cargo fire manual test. Done all that stuff. I set up the FMS, FMC, so we have our flight plan programmed in. And we have the takeoff data programmed in. We're all set. Alright, let's go ahead and get the tug moving here.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Alright, so let's do this again.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing.
GPS 2326, sorry to bug you. So what runway for now did you want us to expect so we can program in the secondary?
GPS 2326. Like I said, I really can't issue you a runway assignment until you get into the Tracon for your parking purposes.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
Cool. Let's get the tug moving.
We'll get your FMC changed over into you to the lay vector pieces. Let me know.
Okay, perfect. So we'll stick to 17 right for now until further notice. GPS 2326 heavy.
It's 2326 heavy. Oh yeah, we got ATC on right now. If you can hear him on the radio, that's actually center. So we'll have ATC for most of the flight, or part of it.
All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed, and we're ready to connect.
Okay, clear to connect. Alright, my buddy said he's starting his APU, and he's going to be ready. So let's go ahead and get ready here. Let's call center. Denver Center, UPS 2331, heavy request push a start on the cargo ramp.
UPS 2331, Denver Center, hello, squawk normal.
Okay, squawking normal.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
UPS 2331, verify, squawking 0604.
0604, sorry, I'm having a bad night.
All good.
Man, I'm over 3 right now with this guy.
2331, thanks, I have you now. Pushback approved, straight back to the first line, advice ready for taxi.
Okay, straight back to the first line. We'll call you back to taxi, UPS 2331 heavy. Alright, crew. We are clear for push and start. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
In it.
Okay, crew. We're ready for engine start. Clear on the left. Clear on the right. Starting engine number 3. Button out, light on. Okay, we got rotation in 2. Oil pressure's coming up. Okay, 15%. Fuel on. Okay, fuel flow, EGT. Button in, light out. Okay, looks like a good start on 1. Correction, 3, starting 1. Button out, light on. N2. Oil pressure. And fuel flow. Correction, fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT. Okay, button in, light out. Good start on engine 1, starting 2. Button out, light on. 15% at or above 15% N2. So we got to get good oil pressure, and we need N2 above 15%. There's a little blue line right there. Okay, there's 15%. Fuel on. Fuel flow, EGT.
And back at 577 vacated, Mike 4, going to Charlie 32. Mike 577, welcome to Denver.
And they're waiting for this. The button in, the light
Just about
is
done
out.
here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
American 577, yeah.
Parking brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Okay, at the start checklist, engine and wing anti-ice is off. APU bleed off. APU off. AP and ground signal waiting on that.
Denver Center, EPS 722.
That's my partner there.
Ready for push, and we have information X-ray.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
722 Denver Center, thanks for X-ray. Pushback approved. Straight back to the first line. Advice ready for taxis. Caution, company MD-11 pushed off your left wing.
That's me.
All right, we got the company, and we'll push back, and we'll call for taxi. EPS 727.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Alright, see you on the right. Okay, let's go flaps. Flaps 15. Spoiler handle. Armed. Stab trim. We need 5.5 degrees aircraft nose up.
And once we get that guy moving, we'll get you into the ramp here.
Thank you very much. I have all the time, so don't worry about it. Take your time.
Okay, takeoff data. V1 148, VR 159, V2 164, and the climb out speed is 174. Takeoff departure briefing as discussed, but we'll adjust if we need to. Radar is set. Transponders on. Nose taxi light on. Or sorry, taxi light on. Runway turn off lights are on. Taxi clearance. Let's get this. Never Center UPS 2331 Heavy ready for taxi. Would prefer runway 8, but we'll take what you give us.
UPS 2331 Heavy, Roger. Can you accept runway 17 right?
I can definitely do 17 right.
UPS 2331 Heavy, Roger. Runway 17 right, taxi via Sierra Charlie, Mike 10.
Sierra Charlie, Mike 10, the runway 17 right, UPS 2331 Heavy. Alright, crew, we gotta make a little correction here.
722 Heavy, Never Center.
Let's get moving here.
Go for UPS 722 Heavy. UPS 722 Heavy, expect runway 17 right.
Okay, so we gotta make some changes here. Let's get moving first. So this ramp's got quite a bit of a slope. So it takes a lot of thrust to get moving. For whatever reason, this ramp's got a lot of slope on it.
Delta 2536 with after rate taxi 225.
Delta 2526.
Alright, now we gotta reconfigure here, so
The purple line,
Sid,
Charlie November, Golf.
we're gonna take 17 right. Insert. Alright, that actually makes a lot more sense for us, so let's reconfigure. New runway is 17 right. All the numbers stay the same. Alright, let's get moving here. A little more thrust.
Delta 3996 behind the company Airbus A320, continue taxi.
Okay, nostril steering check. Left. Right. Brakes. Check.
Thank you.
Delta 4991, turn left heading 200. Or correction, turn left heading 220. Descend and maintain 9 fathom vector to final.
Left heading 220 down to 9,000, Delta 4991.
Alright, let's do our flight control check.
Denver Center, good evening. FedEx 1211 Heavy, spoil over 390.
Ailerons left, 3 green.
1211, Denver Center, hello.
Ailerons right, 3 green. Elevator up, 2 green.
Salt Lake offline, radar services terminated.
Elevator down, 2 green. Rudder left, 2 green. Rudder right, 2 green. Okay, flight controls are checked free and clear.
Center, UPS 722 Heavy, ready for taxi.
UPS 722, do you have the company MD-11 in sight?
Oh boy, does he.
Affirmative, we do.
UPS 722, Roger, runway 17 right, follow the company.
Follow the company traffic to runway 17 right, UPS 720 Heavy, thank you.
Alright, so we're moving now. Okay, Patrick, would you recommend joining UPS VAC? Well, it depends. If you are into cargo hauling and you want to be in a virtual airline, it's one of the best. If you like MD-11s, 757s, 767s, A300s, that sort of thing, then you should definitely do it. You won't be able to fly. Okay, if you have no transfer hours, if you don't have any previous virtual airline experience or VATSIM hours to transfer, you can bring a maximum of 250 of those. You have to have a certain amount of hours to fly certain aircraft, so if you have no hours to start with, you won't be able to fly an MD-11 for a little bit of time. But there's other stuff you can fly.
Delta C20, descend via the Logger 3 arrival, Denver landing south, Denver altimeter 3022.
Hey,
Descend via the Logger 3 arrival, Southwest 820.
okay, coming left.
Denver Center, United 617 Heavy, ready for push to start.
United 617, Denver Center, hello, pushback approved on to Bravo November, and let's see here, face west.
Bravo November, face west, 617 Heavy.
Turn this radio down a little bit.
Denver Center, hello, United 5181 at the gate Bravo 32 with information X-ray, looking for push and start.
United 5181, Denver Center, pushback approved, straight back to the first line, advice ready for taxi.
Straight back onto the first line, United 5181 and advice ready for taxi.
Delta C20, descend via the Logger 3 arrival, Denver landing south, Denver altimeter 3022.
Descend via the Logger 3 arrival. South.
Okay, well, you can definitely join the airline, but you're going to be flying basic stuff. I don't know. Yeah, you can try it out, but you know, you got all your learning curve is going to be pretty steep. And by the way, you are not required to fly online on VATSIM if you're in the airline. That is not a requirement. You can fly offline if you so choose. Yeah, that's it. That's the issue. Are you on X-Plane or are you on Microsoft Flight Simulator? There's a lot more options on Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, let's get ready for our before takeoff checklist. Status page. Engine. EAD is checked. Green box. Exterior lights, we're going to hold off on those until we get a little bit closer.
Roger, flight heading 200 to join the final. Cleared visual, runway 16 left approach.
Alright, we're looking for Mike 10. Mike 10.
Left 200 to join final. Clear visual, runway 16 left approach.
You can see behind us our my partner there, Richard. He is in the A300 and he'll be behind us. Patrick, you'll love VATSIM like I'm doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's not a great place to be. These controllers only have a certain amount of patience for people who would, you know, you can't be out here not knowing what you're doing. So just listen to me, listen how I do it, and you'll see kind of how you can communicate with these guys, but you need to know what they're talking about. Alright, let's make sure that we have no breaks in our flight plan here.
1468, flighting 240, descend and maintain 9,000 vector to final.
Alright, real quick, we're going to double check that departure brief. So now we're taking the 17 right here, so we need to be at Breckham, out of below 10,000, and Gorak is our first fix. That is Echo Charlie. Yep, almost there. A little bit more. That's Mike 9, and Mike 10's coming up on here on the right. Yep, I can definitely do shared flights with you, man.
331, number center, you ready to go?
Was that for 2331?
UDS 23, correction, UDS 2331. Affirmative, you ready to go?
Ready to go.
UBS 2331, RNAV, go rock, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff.
RNAV to Gorak and cleared for takeoff. 17 right, UPS 2331. Alright, crew. I'll tell you that in a second. Hold on, let's get these lights on. Alright, radar switch. System 1. Alright, let's get ready for takeoff. Takeoff clearance is obtained. So we need a runway heading of 17. Here we go.
Alright, line up and wait 25 for 25.
Okay, crew, here we go.
4991.
Nav arm, profile armed. Bringing the power up.
Runway 16 left, good land, Delta 4991.
Holding the brakes. Okay. Stabilized. Auto flight. Take off thrust.
UPS 722 heavy, runway 17 right, line up.
Okay, thrust set.
Landward wait, runway 17 right, UPS 722 heavy.
UPS 722 heavy, and it would be about 60 seconds.
Okay, 80 knots, clamp.
Yeah, no worries, UPS 722 heavy.
B1. Rotate.
UPS 2326, this is the 63 arrival, Denver landing.
Positive rate, gear up.
3022.
I descend via the ski 3 and 3022. We have information echo for UPS 2326 heavy.
Southwest 1468, Denver Airport, 11 o'clock, 20 miles, report to site. UPS 2331 heavy, rate of contact, say altitude.
I'm through 6200 for 10,000.
UPS 2331 heavy, roger. Climb and maintain, flight level 340.
I maintain flight level 340, UPS 2331 heavy. Hi crew, I'm flying this departure right now.
5181, ready for taxi.
Native 5151, runway 25, taxi via Bravo Sierra, Golf.
Okay, there's our climb thrust reduction.
Bravo Sierra,
Pitching down.
Golf United 5181. And Devon Center, Delta 276 is facing issues. A couple minutes. Actually, like 2 minutes at least.
Alright,
25,
flaps your track.
You can either hold position or line up on the runway, whichever you're able to do. But there's no landing traffic for runway 25.
Roger, I'm just gonna hold on position. For a golf, on golf, or Delta 276.
Roger. UPS 2331 heavy, clear direct Baylor.
Direct Baylor, UPS 2331 heavy. Alright crew, let's turn on the autopilot here.
Denver Center, Raptor 2 at 400 inbound Hay Center. Raptor 2, Denver Center, hello.
Alright, we'll clear direct Baylor. So let's go direct Baylor. Whoa.
UPS 722, thanks for your patience. On
Okay,
Rock,
slots you
runway
track.
19, clear for takeoff. The wind 150 at 8, gust 19er.
Okay, RNAV, go rock, runway 17 right, clear for takeoff, UPS 722 heavy, no worries.
Alright, where's our friend at?
Center FedEx 1211 heavy, just for planning purposes.
Right there.
We expect the ILS in for 17, right?
I don't know why that's a popular question tonight. FedEx 1211, and everyone else who's been asking that, it's not how that works. So when you get into the TRACON, that's when you get your runway assignment. So if I was just working the center, I wouldn't even own the TRACON. So that's typically when a pilot receives their runway assignment, is when they get into the TRACON. I don't know what the weather or the traffic's going to look like. So I will let you know as you get closer, if that's all right.
After landing checklist. Correction, after takeoff checklist. Landing gear, up.
1211 heavy.
Lights out. Spoiler handle.
Fourth person to ask me that tonight.
Armed. Disarmed. Auto brakes.
And
Off.
center,
Flaps and slats. Up. Retract.
line up.
Flap takeoff selector. 15.
2600, runway 25, line up runway.
EAD. Check. No alerts.
UPS 722 heavy rated contact.
Exterior lights. Runway turn off lights.
6,000 climbing.
Taxi. And landing lights are off. Altimeters.
Code 4991, back to the first.
We're holding for
Southwest 1468,
18,000.
flight heading 120, descend to maintain 8,000, report the airport in sight. It's 11 o'clock, 15 miles.
Alright, Patrick, EAD is the engine and alert display. It's right here. This is the engine display, alert display. EAD, engine and alert display. This screen right here.
UPS 722 heavy, climb and maintain, flight level 340.
340 is UPS 722 heavy.
Center UPS 2326 coming from the south. It'll be vectors for the approach, correct?
Yep.
No transition.
EAD.
UPS 2326. Okay. Like I just said, I'm really not sure. The weather at Denver changes every hour, so for all I know, the weather's going to flip to north here, and at the top of the hour. So I'm really unable to issue your runway assignment until you get closer. It's just unfortunately how it works.
Yeah, no, I wasn't asking about runway assignment. I was just asking if this will be vectors for the approach instead of one of the transitions that's depicted on the approach.
That's some company traffic right there.
EDS 2326, I'm unable to answer that just because, again, I haven't assigned you an approach or a one-way, so it depends on that answer. For instance, if you're on the ARNet Zulu, it's not vectored, but if it's a visual or the ILS, it will be.
Yes, it is.
I completely understand. UPS 2326 Heavy.
So here, let me give you some context here. UPS 2326 Heavy is in UPS VAC. He is a real-world commercial pilot, like a real one, not a sim one. So he's asking valid questions based on his actual real flying experience.
Thanks. Cleared visual approach, runway 16 left.
In fact, we can say hi to him. Message UPS
4991, welcome to Denver, taxi departure via Foxtrot.
55 Foxtrot, Delta 4991.
United 5181 Denver Center. Looks like you're on Mike. Runway 25 is the other end of the airport. You can continue northbound on Mike. Left turn on Zulu, left turn on Golf to runway 25.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Roger, left on Zulu, then left on the Golf, runway 25, United 5181. My apologies.
Yep, no problem. So the 2526, thanks for your patience. Starting at Breckham, runway 25, good for takeoff.
What's the RNAV again, please?
And RNAV to Breckham should be the first fix in your flight plan.
Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, okay. RNAV to Breckham, going to take off, 0.25 for...
Okay, let's go ahead and do... I missed the transition altitude here. Let's go altimeter standard.
Help the wind 150 with 8 gust 19er, runway 16 left to land.
2992. Okay, after takeoff checklist complete.
And Denver Center, United 602 Heavy, ready to taxi.
Okay, climbing through flight level 220 for
Bravo November, Golf.
340.
25 Bravo November, Golf for 617 Heavy.
American 777, contact LA Center on 126.5.
Let's turn some lights off in here. There we go. Let's get the mood a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, so these guys just want to get ahead of the game. They want to know what they can expect, but the center controller is basically saying, look, I can't do that yet because I'm running all things and I can't give you a runway assignment until you get closer. So I get what they're saying.
Delta 2526, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 360.
2526.
Anyway. Climb through flight level 255 for 340. Looking good. Let's take a look at our performance. Looks like 25 nautical miles till top of descent.
Delta C20, number altimeter 3022, expect visual runway 17 right of bridge.
Oh yeah, Patrick, you're missing out, man.
Expect visual runway 17 right. Southwest C20.
Talking to the company traffic here. Okay, climbing through 290 for 340. So, Patrick, just so you understand how some of this stuff works, this says that we are at climb thrust. So, climb thrust limit is here, and we are climbing at Mach 0.839 and using pitch to control the airspeed.
2526, include direct Baylor.
So, constant power setting and pitch is maintaining the airspeed, and whatever climb rate we get is whatever we get. And there's our company traffic coming up on TCAS here. If you look right here, you'll see Cam in the other MD-11, who is coming out of Ontario, is passing us. And there's Richard behind us. That's my homie, flying right behind us, but he's in a little bit slower of an aircraft, so we're going to get out in front of him. But there you go, UPS 2326. And there he is on TCAS right there. Hey Cam, got you on TCAS. 1,000 to go.
Yeah, we have you too. How's that runway assignment coming? 326.
He's not giving up, man. He really wants that runway. Alright. Level 1 off. Flight level 340. Alright. So let's take a look at this map here. You can see some, this is on my EFB. You got Cam over here in the MD-11, and you got Richard behind us in the A300. And he's following us to Ontario. Okay, so we're level at flight level 340. Let's get some ETAs here. So we'll go back to flight plan on this side, and then we're going to go to progress on this side. Okay, landing fuel looks good right now. Destination Ontario, estimated time overhead would be 0618 Zulu, which would be about an hour and 20 some odd minutes from now. And then here's an overview of our flight plan. So we're off the departure for the Baylor 6. We're flying to Teru, and then we got a bit of a drive over...
GPS 2326, Denver, altimeter 3022, expect visual runway 17 right approach.
Hey, 17 right.
Yeah, we'll expect visual 17 right for UPS 2326 heavy.
Hey, that's the runway we landed on earlier.
United 617, RNM Bracco, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Bracco, runway 25, clear for takeoff, United 617 heavy.
Central control, good evening, November 7, Arctic 3, maintain flight level 370, transponder code 1353.
Okay, so we'll take the weather radar now. We'll tilt it straight ahead. I don't need to be looking up anymore. I'm gonna look straight ahead with it. There's no weather on the radar at all, so it's pretty nothing weather related today.
United 617, number center.
617, we are lining up to take off 125.
Alright, so here we go. Taking another Get another gander. That's us. That's Richard and the 722, and then that is Cam and the other MD-11. Oh boy, thanks Nanny Ray. You're my biggest fan. You're so great. Let's see. I only have the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. You can get away. So Patrick, you can get away with using a joystick instead of a yoke. I've got a yoke and a throttle quadrant, but you don't really need that. We don't really need that. You can get away with that, but if this is your first foray into like this kind of flight simming, I would recommend you stay with what you got until you realize if you like it or not. Because what I have here, I spent $500 on the yoke and the throttle alone. That's a lot of money. That's not cheap. Yeah, the rudder pedals I had from other flight sim stuff, so I still am using those. But stick with what you got, try it out, and see if this is for you. I will say this: if you're used to playing like,
250, chicken in, follow 350.
ooh,
United 250, number center, ident.
man, 250. What's up with that voice? Right here. It's like a kid. Yeah, we got a FedEx rival company stuff coming out of LAX here. Alright. This is an awesome website, by the way, guys. This is called VATSIM Radar. You can track your flight. And right now, as it stands, I don't know how long they're going to be online, there is LA Center online and SoCal Approach. Caleb Henry. Oh, I was my instructor. We'll see if they stay online. I don't know. It's getting kind of late out here, so we'll see.
Denver Control, November 7, Alpha F3, I'm going to try to climb to flight level 412. United 250, number center.
So yeah, the other thing, Patrick, is if you've never done these flight sims like this, there can be some time where it's a little boring, right? So right now we're literally cruising at 340, and there's nothing going on. So you know, it gets kind of slow.
Bravo Alpha Yankee Lima Romeo.
Direct Baylor 617.
All right, let's take it up a little bit higher. Denver Center, UPS 2331, heavy request.
UPS 2331, number center.
Yeah, I'd like to get flight level 360, final cruise.
UPS 2331, roger, climb and maintain flight level 360.
I maintain flight level 360, UPS 2331, heavy. All right, crew, we're gonna go up to 360 because we can do it. We're light enough that we can get there, so let's get there. And tell you what, we'll take it vertical speed, 500 feet a minute. They'll rush to get up there. So we're gonna climb up, flight level 360, vertical speed 500 feet a minute, and now you'll notice that our thrust limit went up to the climb thrust limit instead of the cruise limit. But because we have vertical speed in, we're going to use thrust to maintain the airspeed.
230, descend and maintain 9,000. Expect vectors for runway 17 right. Southwest 320. Southwest 820.
Alright, crew, heading up to 360. And then when we set your altitude like that, the FMC will automatically change your cruise level right there.
Yeah, doing 200 for departure.
United 5181, RNF, Breckham, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Arnhem, recommend runway 25 for takeoff, United 5181.
CBS 2326 Heavy Ready, you can expect your clearance on the base.
Gosh.
FedEx 1211 is going to maintain flight level 370.
You look here, you'll see that is
370, FedEx 1211 Heavy.
our partner Richard behind us.
FedEx 1211, I'll have lower for you in about 20 miles.
Sounds good, FedEx 1211.
So if you look at this, we're going to be passing
5181 Heavy rate of contact.
pretty close to
United 5181 airborne, 3000, no corrections, 6,500.
this FedEx aircraft here.
United 5181 Roger, climb and
In
maintain.
fact, we should start seeing him on TCAS here pretty soon.
360, United 5181.
Southwest 820, Denver Airport, 11 o'clock, 20 miles, report to site.
1,000 to go.
Airport site, Southwest 820.
Southwest 820, Roger, flight heading 200 to join the final. Clear visual, runway 17 right bridge.
What was that heading again? I'm sorry.
200.
Quebec heading 200, to join the pilot final for 17 right.
CBS 2326, flighting 340, descend to maintain 11,000 vector to final.
Where is the aircraft there?
340 down to 11,000 for UPS 23.
I told you we're going to be close. That's the A330 right there.
Native 5181, clear direct Baylor, maintain 10,000.
Vader maintain 10,000, United 5181.
Okay, leveling off.
And confirm that was a left turn heading 340 for UPS 2330.
CBS 2326, affirmative, turn left now, heading 320.
Left turn heading 320 UPS 2326.
FedEx 1211, descend via the ski 3 arrival, Denver landing south, Denver altimeter 3020.
Okay, so we're leveled off at 360 now.
Descend by the ski 3, we'll expect to land south and get off the altimeter. FedEx 1211 Heavy.
Alright, we'll take a look at Navigraph here, see how we're doing. So we are cruising now. This should be the Q78 airway from Teru, and then we're going to take it down to Toad. No, correction. I'm sorry. We're direct towed from Teru, and then here we're going to be on the Q78 airway, and then we're going to pick up the arrival into Ontario at Bauru.
Denver, Southwest 820, looks like I've missed the final.
Southwest
See,
820.
let's check our ground speed right now.
Wait for a visual approach.
We were doing 461, and poor Richard is doing 430. We're leaving him in the dust, man. Like, these A300s just don't cruise as fast as the MD-11 does. That, and I am using a bit of a higher cost index than I normally would. I don't really want to be up all night doing this. So I'm trying to go a little bit faster just to get home a little bit quicker. Oh yeah, Sydney to China. Yeah, so I only just, on that Sydney to China video, I only did... Uh-oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this?
Southwest 820, wind 508, runway 17.
We got an aircraft coming straight ahead.
Land, runway 17 right.
Look at that.
20.
That. Oh, okay, there it is. We have a American Airlines Boeing 737-800 about to pass us. We have 1,000 feet separation there, so there's no issue. It's a little alarming when you're looking on your TCAS and you see an aircraft basically barreling towards you.
GPS 2331 traffic, 12 o'clock, 5 miles opposite direction. Let's see here, they're Boeing 737, 6 to the path above.
Yeah, we had the traffic in sight 2331. We're clear. It was no we had separation, so that's why we didn't get any advisory or anything like that. It wasn't as close as it looked. I mean, that's why we have RVism, guys. We reduce vertical separation medium. So all these aircraft are separated by 1,000 feet in opposite directions, right? So we're flying 360, he's flying 370 the opposite direction. So there's never going to be a conflict there. So it looks closer than it was. It really wasn't. If there was going to be an issue, this thing would have started lighting up and giving us advisories how to avoid it. It would say traffic, descend. It would tell us what to do to avoid hitting them. So it never did. So it wasn't that close.
Silver Center, yeah, 250. We're approaching our top of descent very quickly here.
Yeah, so it's Neod Sweven. So north, so from 360 to 179 heading, it's an odd number. And Sweven would be south, so 180 to 359 degrees would be even. So we're flying heading 225 right now, so southwest. So our flight levels are going to be even numbered. That's why we're doing 360 right now.
5181 requesting for your climb.
Neod Sweven.
United 5181, climb and maintain flight level 360.
360, United 5181, thanks.
United 5181, sorry about that. And you can expedite your climb, please.
Roger, it's no problem. We'll expedite our climb, United 5181.
United 2326, fighting 080, descend and maintain 8000.
And UPS 2326 requesting base.
UPS 2326, I just gave it to you, flighting 080, descend and maintain 8000.
Alright, you must have gotten blocked 080 down to 8000, UPS 2326.
I don't know. I get the feeling that our friend Cam here and this controller are having a little bit of a battle of wits. A lot of back and forth, more than I normally hear. So I think that Cam here is not too thrilled with with our controller friend tonight. That's the vibe that I get. Anyway, I could be misreading the situation.
We'll just go and leave for a couple minutes. We'll be back.
Delta 2526, Roger, report back.
Tell you what, Patrick, I'll make a deal with you. I'll stay on this thing as long as you're here, but if you need to leave, tell me and I'll end the stream because I already did one tonight. But if you'd like me to fly this all the way down to the ground,
Southwest
I'll do it.
20.
You tell me what you like.
Mike 5.
I'm doing this for you, man.
20, welcome to Denver. Taxi to parking via Mike, close to ya.
Taxi to parking via Mike. Thank you for the HD services.
UPS 2326, flighting 140.
Right turn, heading 140, UPS 2320.
UPS 2326, maintain 210 knots.
Increasing to 210, UPS 2326, heavy.
Get him, Cam. Win this fight. Stand up to that controller that wronged you. Making you wait till the last minute for your runway assignment.
We do have the field inside UPS 2326 heavy.
UPS 2326, roger. Heading 140 to join the final. Set visual runway 17 right approach.
140 to join visual 17 right for UPS 2326.
UPS 2326, maintain 210 knots until you join the final, and then maintain 180 knots or greater until a 5-mile final.
Okay, 210 until we join, and then 180 or better on final UPS 2326 heavy.
You can tell that our hub mate here, Cam, is a real pilot. Listen to the way he has his communications. They're very crisp and precise and accurate. Like, you can tell he's a real pilot. So he's coming in here, and he's going to be landing on 17 right, which is the runway that we actually took off on. And this is good for him
300 or greater.
because he's going to land on 17 right. And I texted him and said I recommended a full-length rollout with reverse idle and minimum auto brakes. And you pull off here, you take it right over to the cargo ramp. So we'll keep an eye on how he's doing. So he's right here, and he's got the visual 17 right. Hey, thanks, Nanny Ray. It's always a pleasure having you on the streams. You're my biggest fan, and I appreciate it. You have a good evening. I'm going to keep flying down to Ontario here. We got about an hour to go. All right, Patrick. I'm going to stay online until you are leaving. If you stay all the way to the landing, then I'll stay online. You just let me know, though.
Good evening, here Canada, 1041.
Here Canada, 1041, number center, squawk at 10.
Squawk ID for 1041.
How about we need some flying music. That's what we need.
UPS 2326, runway 17 right to the land.
Clear 917 right, UPS 2326.
Let's see what we got here.
Old Spice, gentlemen suit.
Hey, let's watch Cam land here. Let me make sure we're good. We're cruising. All right, 360. Autopilot's good. No alerts.
Squawk 0026 for Canada, 1041.
All right, let's see how Cam does with this landing.
FedEx 1211 at Epic. Resume the published speeds on the arrival.
How you doing there? Let's see.
What was that waypoint for FedEx 1211?
It'll be at Epic.
At Epic, we'll resume arrival speeds for FedEx 1211.
FedEx 1211, thanks. Speed ever altimeter 3020. Expect visual runway 17 right pitch.
Expect a visual for 17 right. FedEx 1211 heavy.
United 250, number altimeter 3020. Expect visual runway 16 left approach.
Okay, you can tell he's starting to slow down a little bit.
Visual runway 16 left.
Ground speed's slowing down. Well, you can do, you may have to do the, like a hard drive cleanup, hard disk cleanup. I don't know, I have an M.2 hard drive, so I don't really have any issues with this stuff. Alright.
After full map, come from 19 heading. Number 7 Alpha X-ray, I'm sorry, I missed it. Say again. We have no waypoints after Bravo Unit 4 max.
Alright, so it looks like Camp's got slowed down to the final approach speed now. He's doing 142 knots ground speed.
Just make sure you have that loaded up, please. Sorry, can you repeat let's see, right? November 7 Alpha X-ray, you didn't load the arrival. It's, you need to
Alright,
load
I'm watching you, Cam. Do a good job. Alright, this is the runway center line. He's lined up now. Okay, so he's probably flying manually at this point. 6,000, so he's about 1,000 feet above the ground.
Okay, you stay me on the tail flying station. Oh, very good. That's the first operate.
See what you got, man. What do you got?
And UPS 2326 requesting long landing traffic permitting.
UPS 2326 approved as requested.
I would have just done it. I would have asked. I would have just done it, because if you know you're getting, so this is our track here, right here. This is where we taxied out of. Cam needs to go back to where we basically left. So it makes the most sense to do a full length rollout here and just exit at one of these at this. It's not a high speed taxiway, but roll out to here, and then you have a straight shot to the cargo ramp. Okay, he got a little bit faster there. His ground speed just went up a bit. Not sure what's going on with that. Now it's back to 145. Alright, he's...
Hey, Center, FedEx 1211 Heavy, when I'm programmed in from 17, I cannot get the transition via Epic. It only gives me Zatude in my FMC.
FedEx 1211 Heavy.
Alright.
Yep, that's correct. Okay, let's do this. Maintain 300 knots until I slow you down then.
Sounds good. 300. Please slow me down.
Alright, so he's down, and you can see his ground speed's decreasing here.
UPS 2326, welcome to Denver. It's a right turn off the runway, taxi to parking via Mike Alpha. We'll see ya.
Mike Alpha to parking UPS 2326 Heavy. Thank you so much for an exciting approach.
Okay. Alright, so he's still rolling out. He's still rolling out. Let's see if he goes all the way down to the end. I think he slowed down a little too soon, but I don't know. I would have kept it going a lot faster. Yeah, at this ground speed, you might as well just pull off the runway at this point. Yeah, he's taking a high speed. Alright, that's fine. When I land here... Oh, okay, man. When I land here, I land and I roll all the way to the end. And I don't get on the brakes until, like, the last little bit. Like, I'm doing, like, 80 knots down to the end. That's how I do it. But you can take this high speed here, too, and that'll work.
Number 7 Alpha X-ray traffic, 2 o'clock, 6 miles southwestbound. Flight level 360, restricted delay unit factor. Delta 2526 traffic, 2 moving 3 o'clock, 6 miles northeastbound. It's an Airbus A320, flight level 370, restricted about unit factor. On hand passing November 10 operator.
And Center, just to confirm for FedEx 1211, are you going to vector me from Quake, or should I still program in for the ILS for 17?
FedEx 1211 Heavy, expect visual runway 17 right at ridge, and you can expect vectors to final.
White?
Vectors to final for 1211 Heavy. We'll switch that up to 17 right. No clue why I said 17. Left.
FedEx 1211 Heavy, roger. Show you a bit high here. For now, descend to maintain 13,000.
13,000. FedEx 1211 Heavy.
And I'll stop watching this here, but there's our friend Cam from Ontario Hub, just like us, and he's basically doing an absolute like opposite to what we did. So he's on the exact same taxiway that we took off from, so that's pretty cool, huh? Hey, welcome back. All right, so how we doing here?
FedEx 1211, flight heading 350, vector to final.
Let's see.
350 vectors to final. FedEx 1211 Heavy.
276 nautical miles to top of descent. All right, so we're just cruising, man. I need a drink. We're so far out still. I don't even want to go over the arrival stuff. We'll do that soon.
Via the flight for arrivals for landing south, number altimeter 3020.
Alright, descend via the flat E4 and descend. Anticipate landing south. If possible, 17 right.
Number 7 Alpha X-ray, descend to maintain flight level 350. Remember, 7 Alpha X-ray, descend to maintain flight level 350. Number 7 Alpha X-ray, give me at least 1,500 feet per minute in the descent. November 7 Alpha X-ray, maintain 1,500 feet per minute or greater in the descent.
Oh, okay. What is the dirty secret on Dr. Pepper?
Can you send me on the test?
What would that be? I don't drink Dr. Pepper, so I'm not gonna hurt my feelings. What is it? No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe that at all. They don't taste. It does not taste anything like that.
I see.
Go get yourself a Coke and get a root beer and mix them together, and tell me that tastes like Dr. Pepper. It does not. I cannot agree with that at all. Tell your friend he's full of it.
Central Aircraft Number Center is going to be closing. Radar service terminated.
Oh, dang, that was abrupt.
Thanks much for the service. Have a wiggle.
Wow.
Thanks for have a good night.
See you later. Thanks. Wow, that guy just bounced on us, huh? All right, whatever. All right, so we're going over to Unicom. So. Hey, Richard, you up on Unicom? Man, that controller just, like, said, I'm out, see ya. He said, Audi 5000, suckers. Wow, look at that conga line of aircraft. UPS, Delta Airlines. Oh, dang. Richard just caught up to me. He's catching up to me here. That guy's doing... Wow, Denver Center just bounced hard. Whatever. I don't need him anyway. We should be going into LA Center airspace here pretty quick, so let's get prepped for that. 126.525. 126.525. So I like to stay on top of this stuff. 126.525. So I have that in standby, and we'll wait and see if we get that. So hey, also, it sounds like there's some ATIS available at Ontario. So let's go ahead and get that in VHF2 and be ready for it. So 124.25. So over here on VHF2, we'll do 124.25. And I'm going to swap that over here, and I'm going to turn on VHF2. And as soon as we're in range, we'll start picking up the ATIS for Ontario. Oh, I got that wrong. Let's try that again. 124.25. There we go. So I got mic on 1, but I got VHF2 on 124.25, which is the ATIS for Ontario. Once we get close enough, we'll start picking that up. Richard, you up on Unicom? Oh, you don't hear me? What? You don't hear me? Let's try this again. Radio check, Unicom. Interesting. Hey, Richard, if you're watching this, why don't you transmit on Unicom? Let me see if I can hear you. Huh, maybe there's just no voice out here. Let's see. Radio check, Unicom 22.8. Oh, okay, I guess there's just no voice out here. That's fine. Hey, Richard, do you see the text at least? Alright. We get no voice on Unicom, but that's not really a big concern. It's just... it would be nice if it worked. We don't really need it. Alright, how are we looking here? 213 miles to top of descent. Yeah, it's still too early to be talking about anything. How are we doing on fuel? Looking great. I always try to land with 20,000 pounds in the MD-11, so that's looking good. Oh, we lost LA Center. Come on, man. Man, whatever. They closed up shop, dude. Well, they were online for a couple hours. I guess that's what you can expect. That's okay. We don't need center. We'll just use CTAP to get in there now. Which means I no longer have my ATIS. That's fine. Okay, yeah, we'll try 122.9. Heading over there. Radio check, 122.9.
555.
That's weird, dude. So you're telling me that 22.8 doesn't work? For voice?
Yeah, they just came out with auto ATC, but it's only for certain Traycons. It's not even, I don't think even affects this area. But it could be affecting with the Unicom. I'm not too sure. It's super weird.
Yeah, that is weird. Hey, let's go back to 22.8 real quick and see if it's working now. I don't know. If not, we can go back to 22.9.
Yeah, it could be a glitch. I'll turn back right now.
Yeah, I'll try it. Radio check, Unicom 22.8. Oh my god, it doesn't work. Huh. Okay, well, we'll go back to 22.9. Okay, I don't know, 22.8's messed up, man.
And back on 22.9.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what's up with that 22.8. They did something to it.
Yeah, it's weird.
How are we looking here? 180, 555. So 22 minutes till top of descent. Tell you what, I'm gonna step away for about 2 minutes, get myself a beverage and something quick to eat. I'll be right back. Got something in the toaster. Take a couple minutes. Hey, you know, I just noticed something. You can see the lights in the cockpit. That's the, right there. That's the EFB. Watch when I turn it off. Watch this. You don't see it anymore. Isn't that cool? That's a really cool detail. That's a really cool detail. Alright, so about 160 miles from top of descent. Okay. In a few minutes we'll start talking about descent and arrival procedures into Ontario. We have no ATC anymore, they went to bed. Losers, so we'll just have to do it ourselves. No problem. Let me go check out my bagel, see how it's doing. Wait one here, crew. Alright. Let me finish this bagel, and then we'll start talking about descent stuff. Mmm. Oh no. Hopefully he didn't. Sorry, hold on. Oh man. Guess I ate that bagel too fast. Hopefully he didn't delete the wrong thing. Welcome back. We'll be descending here shortly. No idea, man. I never played X-Plane 11. I've only had X-Plane 12, so I don't know how... I think a lot of that stuff does port over, but I'm not certain of it. You'd have to talk to the X-Craft people and see if they port or not. I honestly have no idea. Okay. I'm done eating. Let's start talking about our descent and approach checklist. So, landing data. We're looking at an approach speed of 160 knots. So if we bring up the runway chart here for Ontario, or the ground chart, 26 left is closed, so we're gonna land on 26 right. 12,000 feet available, but I'd like to try to make the kilo turn off. That's what I usually aim for, is kilo. So I think flaps 35, 160 knots, we should be able to get slowed down enough to make the kilo turn off. If not, we'll go to Foxtrot. We'd prefer kilo though. So we'll plan for that. 160 knots, flaps 35, auto brakes minimum, and kilo turn off, if able. Approach briefing. Okay. We are on the Jackie 2 RNAV arrival, and we're going to pick it up at Maru. So we've got some crossing restrictions at FJ, Grinner, JG, John Boy, Jackie, Gibney, Gray, Hino. At Rumble, we should be at 240 knots, 10,000 feet. Iran will be down to okay, and from here we can expect RNAV Zulu runway 26 left. I don't want to do that. We'll just do the ILS. So we'll go vectors from Rumble to the ILS 26 right approach. 240 knots at 10,000 feet. So what we're gonna do now, like Mickey Mouse? Why? Because I choking on a bagel? Alright, so we got cross restrictions at FJ, Grinner, JG, John Boy, Jackie, Gibney, Gray, Hino, and then there's Rumble, 240 knots, 10,000 feet. So if we look at the plan here, plan. So once we get to Rumble, we'll take vectors, or basically we'll vector ourselves onto the ILS 26 right approach. So that's our minimum, 10,000 feet, 240 knots. Tracking. Okay, now after that, we're going to pick up the ILS 26 right approach. For Pettis. Add to route. So we're going to pick up, Rumble's going to be over here somewhere. Right there. And then all the way down, we'll pick up the ILS 26 right. Approach course is 258, 109.7, that'll be auto-tuned. Decision altitude, 1,132 feet. And coming in from this direction of travel, the minimum descent altitude is 8,900 feet within 25 nautical miles of the Paradise VOR. So, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put that in on VOR 2. Let's do that now. Navrad Let's go 112.2 Paradise. So now we got that in, and that our MDA is 8,900 feet within 25 nautical miles of Paradise, which is currently 222 nautical miles away. Okay, and our decision altitude again is going to be Barrow 1192. Let's put that in now. 1132, sorry. 1132 Barrow set. Minimum descent altitude is discussed. Approach briefing, we just did it. Radar, let's start tilting that down so we can see if we're descending into any weather. Decision height 1,132 Barrow. Minimum descent altitude is 8,900 feet within 25 nautical miles of Paradise, which we have in there. Seatbelt signs are on. Not that it matters that much. Altimeters to the line, waiting on that. So there we go. No, I wasn't trying to. I'm just going through everything. Oh, maybe you got your speed set to. Maybe you've got the speed up or something. I'm not talking fast. Sometimes you can be watching stuff in 2 times speed. I don't know. Aircraft on TCAS off to the right. Let's take a look at what that is. What do we got? Oh, it's WestJet. WestJet from Canada, huh? That is that Calgary? Yeah, Calgary. So this guy flew out of Calgary, and he's heading down to Palm Springs. What a weird flight. Calgary to Palm Springs. Gross. So he's at 36, we're at 36. We're going quite a bit faster than him, so we may be overtaking him. We need to keep an eye on that. I'm gonna watch this very closely because we're co-altitude. We're going about 30 knots faster than he is. Nah, he may get out in front, but we'll watch it. "47 miles to top of descent. About 5 minutes. Oh. Getting there, getting there. I think we're gonna get the top of the descent before we catch up to this guy, so we should be fine. Oh, no. So these are VOR. So VOR 1 is blue, VOR 2 is green, and these are direction indicators. So this is just heading. See, do you see how the blue is pointing towards the Golf Foxtrot Sierra VOR? See that blue line? It's pointing towards that VOR, and VOR 2 is pointing towards Paradise, which is heading 229 degrees, 163 nautical miles. That's VOR indicators. And this is called the nav display. And then this is your PFD. And this is your flight mode annunciator up here. Okay, top of the descent's coming up here, and guess who else appears to be descending right now too? Our Canadian is descending right in front of us. We'll be fine now. We'll have clearance from him. Let me see. Is he going down? Yep, there it is, descending. Right in front of us too, man. That's crazy. All the way from Canada to here, and he's meeting up with us right here. Isn't that funny? Yeah, we're well clear of him now. So, all right, crew, get ready for descent. Let's go ahead and set our MCP altitude down to. Let's go ahead and take it down 10,000 feet for now. Okay, and there is our favorite Canadian right there. Descending right in front of us. That's funny that he flew 3 hours from Canada just to meet us in this moment, in this place. Okay, so any second this should blink and say vertical alert, and we'll start down. Vertical alert. Okay, now we're gonna fly profile all the way down to 10,000 feet. We're gonna maintain our descent profile by watching this little magenta diamond here. And we want to keep that as dead center on this line as possible. The FMS will do its best to do that for us, but if we need to intervene with some speed brake or something, we can do that. Alright, crew. Leaving flight level 360. Alright, Richard, we're starting down now.
Roger. We'll follow you behind.
Oh, that's cool. Is it with the females? The female pilots, right? The Lufthansa Cargo MD-11 ladies? I think I've seen those before. My favorite is the one, the Martinair MD-11 with Rude Bacher. That was a fun one. Say bye, Canada. Have fun in Palm Springs. Hey, it's funny. In real life, I live about an hour away from Palm Springs. I hate that place. It's a dump. I didn't say that. Oh, I don't know if I've seen that one. I remember seeing the female pilots for Lufthansa, though. Okay, descent profile looks great. You notice that the magenta line is right here. And we can monitor that as well on the performance page. It'll tell you your path error. And this is your vertical path error. And if you're logging short of the predicted descent rate. And right now we're perfect on there. Okay, leaving flight level 300, heading down for 10. So we might as well get the weather at Ontario since we don't have ATIS. So let's go airport KONT. Okay, weather at Ontario 0453. Oh, that's actually that's over an hour old. I think we can do better than that. Let me try. Let me see what Navigraph's got for us here. One hour and 6 minutes ago, huh? 6 minutes ago. Here we go. Ontario ATIS information, Charlie. The altimeter is 29096. The wind is 2205 knots, so that's pretty light. 10 statute miles visibility, sky clear. 26 right approach, so 2996. Wind 2205. Okay, here's our first altitude crossing restriction at FJ. So the FMS is going to level us off around flight level 270. Once we pass it, we'll start down again. Okay, now we're heading back down. Okay, sending. Alright, let's see. 120.6. So we'll get that ready and standby. 120.6. That's CTAP frequency for Ontario. Okay, next crossing restriction at Greener. And we should be just about ready to cross that, and then down to 22,000 feet for JG. Yep, still old. Alright. Add drag. Okay, so we need to start slowing down. FMS said add some drag. So I'm putting in some speed brake here. Alright, tell you what, music time's over. Let's start focusing on our job here. So speed brake's extended. Alright. Speed brake retract. Okay, now we're down to 280 knots. Okay, coming through flight level 200, heading down to 18,000 now.
And we're descending now, Shane.
Copy that. Alright, I didn't discuss the missed approach procedure here. So in the event of a missed approach or go-around, we're going to climb to 2,800 feet, and then a climbing left-hand turn to 5,400, direct to the Paradise VOR and hold. And we're going to continue to climb in the hold at 5,400. Okay, coming up on transition altitude. Let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go 290906. Okay, 290906. And on the standby, 2909. Whoa. 2906, set and cross checked. Okay, now down to exterior lights at 10,000 feet. Okay, continuing down. I see the Inland Empire straight ahead. I'm thinking that should be Ontario way out there, but... Hey, what's up, man? We were having oh, ad drag. Okay, speed brake. Stand, and I guess we don't need it anymore. We were listening to you in that, the center controller, he just did not want to give you that dang runway. I thought he was being silly, because he is the Tracon, and the center, and the tower. He was doing everything, so he knows exactly what he's going to assign you. He was just being difficult because he's trying to be really immersive and say, oh, wait a minute, I have to wait until you're within the Tracon. But he is the you know, it's just kind of silly. I don't know why he couldn't just give runway assignments, because he already knew what he'd be giving everybody. We were watching you on Batson Radar, though. Watching your approach. I didn't think you were going to take that high speed, though. When I landed on 17 right, I roll it all the way out to the, I think it was Mike 2 or Mike 1. And I don't even get on the brakes until near the end of it. But the high speed works too. Alright. Yeah, getting a little bit fast here. A little more speed brake in. Alright, speed brake track. Yeah, it was just not necessary. But yeah, and you weren't really backing down. You kept asking him for runway assignments. I thought it was pretty funny. I was like, look at these guys going at it, man. Okay, coming left. We're gonna need to start slowing down here kind of quick. Just to get out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and run these exterior lights a little bit early. So let's go runway turn off lights, and the nose and landing lights are stand and on. So descent approach checklist complete. Alright, 245. Let's go ahead and go speed brakes. Let's get her slowed down. Straight ahead is the mountain communities of Lake Arrowhead and all Running Springs, all these guys up here in the mountains. One of my employees actually works up here. Okay, 1,000 to go. Alright, let's get a little more speed brake in here. We gotta slow her down. Alright, noted. Okay, let's go slats extend. Okay, speed brakes, retract. Alright, let's go. Nope, not yet. Yeah, we'll go 220 knots. That'll be fine. Okay. Let's go Flaps 15. And we'll take her down to 4,000. Whoa. Tell you what, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want, I don't know, 4,000. What happened there? Huh. Nose diving for the mountains, that's not what I wanted there. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Cam. I would have just told him, hey, I'm looking for the 1.7, so vector me there, put me there. All right, so we cannot go below 8,900. Remember, minimum descent altitude is 8,900 within 25 miles of Paradise. We're 28 out, so we need to hold here. Once we clear these mountains, we can descend further. Okay, there's 26 DME. $25 coming up. Alright, let's go heading select. Towards Pettus. Heading select, and we'll go ahead and take the altitude down. Take it down to 4,000. Idle to 4,000. Heading select, 200 thrust. Okay, I do have Ontario Airport in sight, off to our 12:30, 1 o'clock low. Let's go ahead and go approach arm. As we get closer to Pettus, we'll start vectoring in for a little bit better of an entry for the localizer. We're coming in a little bit kind of at an obtuse angle. Yeah, shallow it up a little bit. Alright, let's go FMS speed. And tell you what, we need to start getting down like quick. We're way high. So I'm gonna go ahead and go vertical speed. Let's take it 2,000 feet a minute so we can get on that profile. We're way high. Okay, landing gear down. 4 green. Spoiler handle. Armed. Auto brakes. Minimum. Alright, holding on flaps. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and go back to nav. That should shallow up our angle on this ILS. Okay, localizer's alive. We're still above the glide slope. Okay, let's keep it going down to 3,000. Okay, there's the... Alright, never mind. We're good. We'll shallow this up. Let's keep it at 4,000. Okay. Localizer and glide slope are alive. Oh, I got it to land. Okay. Okay, coming right. Localizer capture. Alright, let's go flaps 28. Light slope capture. Does not need to pitch up to grab it though. I don't know why it always does that. Alright, let's go flaps 35. Oh, not flaps 50, flaps 35. Okay. Flaps and slats 35. Set. Altimeters cross check 29096. EAD green box. Sliding clearance. Let me get over to CTAF here. Ontario traffic UPS 2331 on the ILS 26 right approach, Ontario. Alright. Establish on the approach, reducing to our final approach speed 160. Okay, we're on the ILS. Light slope localizer captured. Now it pitches up to grab the glide slope, and it shouldn't do that. I think it's a coding issue with the rotate people. It always it pitches up to grab the glide slope when it's one dot above, and then it flies it down. It doesn't need to do that. It could just intercept it and fly it with it, but it pitches up for it. Anyway, okay, we're on course. We're on speed. I have visual. Let me make sure my throttles are aligned a little bit here. All right, so let's do this. Let's get the missed approach altitude set, 5,400. Auto throttle coming off. And autopilot. Okay, my aircraft. Ontario traffic UPS 2331 heavy on short final 26 right. Okay, a little fast and a little high, correcting. Okay, continue.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, reverse the screen. Okay, first idle, manual brakes. Ah, taxiway kilo, just like we wanted, man. Okay, reverse is normal. All right, baby. We did it. Nice. Just like I wanted it. Ontario traffic, UPS 2331 is clear. 26 right, taxi to the gate. Cross 26 left at Kilo, and then we're on Sierra. Yeah. That was pretty good. Okay. After landing checklist. Spoiler, retract and disarm, flaps up, auto brakes off, radar off, landing lights off, nose lights we're going to keep them on, high runway turn off, I'll keep them on, high intensity lights, strobe lights off, wing and engine anti-ice is not on, and APU is starting. Okay, step trim. Set 3 degrees, aircraft nose up. Done. Yeah, thank you. Let's see what the landing rate was. You want to take a guess, guys? What do you think that was?
Ontario traffic, UPS 722 heavy inbound for ILS runway 26 right. Leave Ontario.
Have a good landing.
Thanks.
By the way, guys, tell me that fuel planning is not perfect. I always try to land with 21,000 pounds of fuel. Look at that. 21.3. Come on. Alright, let's see what the landing rate was. You guys ready? Oh, come on. It was better than that. 265 feet per minute. That's... Come on. Didn't seem like that hard. I don't think it was that much. What is going on up here? What are these guys doing? Alright guys, we're going to stop here and we're going to watch Richard's landing. Okay, he's about 7 miles out.
Ontario traffic, UPS 722 heavy, short final runway 26 right. Ontario.
Alright, let's see what he's got, guys. You know what? Let's turn off these runway turn-off lights. Wow. Think his lights are bright enough? Okay. No pressure. Don't screw up. That seemed okay to me. Let's see. Let's see. Is he gonna make? Let's see if he'll make that turn off. Like, yeah, he's decelerating really quickly there. Yeah, he'll make that. Yeah, he totally make that. Good. Excellent. Okay. Let's taxi. Take her in all the rest of the way.
Clear traffic, UPS 720 heavy, clear of 26 right, off to Kilo, taxiing the cargo via Kilo, Sierra, on clear traffic.
Look good, man.
Oh, pretty good.
Alright, there's our spot. Right, parking brake. Set. Hey, parking checklist. Alright. Transponder. Standby. Fuel switches. 3, 1, 2. Winged engine anti-ice is not on. Windshield anti-ice is not on. Windshield defog off. Emergency power switch off. IRS is 1, 2, 3. Nose landing gear lights are off. Runway turn off lights are off. The beacon light is off. Wheel chocks. Let's get those in. Let's go ground power unit. Cockpit. Open her up. Okay, wheel chocks are installed. Ground power unit is connected. The parking brake released. External power on. APU power off. APU Stop. Parking checklist complete. Alright, guys. Well, that's it. We just landed in Ontario after a nice little flight. Hour and 41 minutes from Denver down to here. Patrick, if you are still here, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this was instructional for you for MD-11 stuff. I hope we see you flying one of these soon. If you have any questions or need any help, let me know. I'm pretty good with this thing, so be happy to show you. For everybody else who joined, thank you so much. I look forward to the next flight with you guys. And look who it is. Richard just pulling up right in front of us. That's cool, man. It's nothing better than flying with friends. That timing was, like, our interval was great. Everything, like, we arrived at the perfect time where we had enough separation. We weren't getting in each other's way. Richard's the best, man. What a great hub mate. Ontario hub is the best for UPS VAC. No question about it. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.